These are from my own personal experience. So, number 1, Costa Rica. I love Costa Rica. Sorry, guys. Oh, it touches my heart every time I think about it. Pitter patter, pitter patter, pitter patter. Why do I love Costa Rica? God, it's one of the most beautiful places I've been, man. It's amazing. Costa Rica is amazing, okay? So, if you are thinking about taking a trip down to Costa Rica is not very far from most places in the United States, Midwest. It's definitely down on the East Coast. I mean, usually if you're trying to get a flight from a non-major city, you're gonna have 1 stop layover. And total, I think the longest flight time I've ever had down to Costa Rica was like 7.5 hours. So, if you catch a good flight, you have to look for a good flight. It will be under $600. I've flown down to Costa Rica round trip for $450. It's going to be better or worse depending on where you're flying, of course. I can't tell you what your major airport's going to charge you. Just look it up yourself, but it's probably going to be under $600 in the lower seasons, guys, not middle of summer or something like that when everyone's going down to Costa Rica. 7.5 hours, probably tops. So look for a flight that length, maybe less, maybe a little more. Try to get a flight that early morning or the day after you get off work that night. Fly overnight. There are overnight flights down there. So you want to arrive early in the morning. That way, wherever you want to be for that week in Costa Rica, whether it's the mountains, the volcanoes, the rainforest, or most likely the beaches, you can literally land that day and then head straight to wherever you're going. And you'll have a beautiful, beautiful week spending all your time laying on the beach, drinking coconut water, soaking up sun, and just meeting amazing travelers. Adventure, guys. Even if you were just to stay in San Jose, there's a lot of stuff you could do from day trips to San Jose. I personally have a friend who did that, and he had an amazing time. So, cost. Costa Rica, out of all 3 of these destinations I'm about to give, is the mid-tier in cost, okay? So lower, and then there's a higher one I'm going to suggest. This is mid-tier. It's not super expensive, especially if you're staying in hostels, but it's not the cheapest. To give you an example, I went river rafting for an entire day. It cost me about $80 to $90. Also, getting around on buses will cost you like $10 to $15 when you're traveling across the country. It's not a steal, like somewhere like Nicaragua or something, but it's also not gonna break your bank. You can stay in hostels anywhere from $7 a night in San Jose, or, you know, on the higher end, some hostels are $15 a night. If you want to get a higher end hotel or something, that's what you're comfortable with, it's your money, you know, you can do that. But if you're trying to save money and have an adventure, I think Costa Rica would be great for you. Pretty much everyone in the tourist industry is going to speak English, so you really don't have much to worry about that if you have no Spanish at all. And for the little things, maybe like buying a bus ticket or something, you can just use Google Translate. So don't trip on that very much at all. You're going to have a good time. Mid-tier, mid-price range kind of area. All right, number 2.